Hi everyone, welcome back to Brick Cycle. My name's Craig and today I just want to do a bit of a video on a recent bulk purchase of used Lego. It was advertised at around 17.5 kilo plus instructions. It was quite a vague listing. There were plenty of photos, but the photos did not include like all the instructions laid out to know what sets and possible minifigures might be in there. There was a list of set numbers, but at a quick glance at the photos I could see there were a couple of gems in there, so I didn't really have time to search all the set numbers up and work out exactly what the sets were. So I took a punt on it, bought it, had it delivered, and obviously going through it, there's some good stuff in there, so I just want to sort of share with you guys what there is in there, and then possibly look at adding to the video in terms of once you've seen the minifigures and the instructions and stuff like that, seeing it get uploaded to see what that value is of the total haul. Basically it was a £200 purchase. There's obviously there's profit in it, I can see that instantly, and you guys will understand that when you see what's in there. So I'm not talking about uploading every single individual brick and part. It's more of maybe specialist parts, some of the instructions, obviously all the minifigure stuff, and then maybe I'll just, you know, price up what's left on like a sort of kilo basis, because obviously it'll take a long time to get it all into the store, and keep it sort of separate from everything else, and I don't really want it to slow me down. So definitely on the minifigure side of it, and then total that up, and then maybe just work it out at whatever that total is, plus I don't know, £5-6 a kilo for the rest of it, just to give you an idea. But the Lego itself is in really good condition. There's a couple of little fake bits in there. I've had to sift through it. Obviously I've pulled out what I've seen so far. The only reason I've sifted through it is because the minifigures came in a carrier bag, and obviously there was some heads or headgears, hair pieces, whatever, that weren't with their minifigures, so I've had to sift through it, and I've found an absolute load more stuff, which is obviously good. So yeah, I'll stop rambling and I'll show you what there is. Right, so here are the first lot of instructions. As you can see, nice Ghostbusters ideas. I've got 3 from the Castle range, and then on this lot the rest of them are Star Wars. No, none of the builds are complete, certainly not together. There's a couple of little bits and pieces that have not been dismantled, but it's hard to tell what they're from. But there's definitely evidence of a large amount of the minifigures. Most of that looks like it's there. The only thing I've not noticed so far is the lightsabers. And then this one here, we've actually got the box for. It's not in great shape. Lots of dents and stuff on the front. Don't know why. We've got a couple of boxes. We also got the Ghostbusters box, which is good to have. I've seen evidence of the bits of the car, like the logo and the blue hose, but if I'm being honest, I can't see me piecing any of these sets together. It'll just be a case of them deal with the minifigures, and then the rest of it will probably just get uploaded for parts. It's too time consuming. When if you had part of the car built, then maybe so, but obviously if it's all just in pieces, it's such a time consuming job, and as people that sell Lego will know, it's already time consuming enough. And then the best one out of everything is probably this one right here. Got both the instruction booklets, but we've also, as you'll see in a bit, got all of the minifigures. There's only that, but obviously that's not a proper minifigure in my opinion. It's probably there, I've just not seen it yet, but yeah, all the minifigures are there. So in fairness, as I've already mentioned, I paid £200 for the lot. I think the average for these figures, last 6 months sales average in UK is coming in at around £210, £212. So those figures will pay for everything. So the next lot of instructions, mainly creator. Not a lot of sets in terms of creator here, because obviously, you know, they're the same set. Then we've got some of the 3-in-1s there. Number 2 together. And there. A couple of individual ones here, and then one Ninjago, and a couple of superheroes, and Nexo Knights. And next lot, a couple more superheroes there. Load of rings, some Minecraft, a couple of Chimas. We've got Toy Story, Disney cars, and a couple of random bits. This one's a photo frame build. Right, the final lot of instructions are all city. Obviously that's one set. That's one set. That's one set, but I've got that twice for some reason. That's one set, and then some individuals. So again, nothing special. I'm just showing you these just so you know what was in there. So that's that lot. Right, also in this bundle, which I didn't realise until obviously I've opened it all up when it's come, there's a few polybags. So we've got 2 of the Joker one, 2 of the little road sweeper type thing, 2 of the tractor, 2 of the Jeep, Nexo Knights one there, a city one, and a Disney one. Then also we've got, I think that's to do with that Nexo Knights thing that you saw. And then 3 sealed bags. Look like belongs to a vehicle. Also wheels in that, tyres in there. So yeah, that could be that creator one. Obviously a lot of white. So I'll try and work that out. And then we've also got 4 of these Lego minifigure 40th anniversary from the Discovery Centre, Duplo bricks. And then a 2018 Brick or Treat, again from the Discovery Centre. So I didn't even know about any of that. So even just there's a decent little amount of money. Another new item that I forgot to pull out. It's just a basic city minifigure that's obviously comes with a magazine or a book or something. Again, it's new. And then this was the bag of minifigures. And that's everything that was in it. So over here, as you can see, we've got the 4 Ghostbuster figures with the stand, all with the Proton packs. So based on average prices with Proton packs, looking at about 40-45 quid for those. So I'll sort this out so you can see it a bit better. But when I was sifting through, I was looking for certain things. This dragon, it's from one of those castle sets. That complete on its own sells for £35.40. Obviously I was missing the wings and the tail. But when I've been looking for stuff and sorting it out, 2 wings. I just need to get, I don't know the name of it, find another one of them out. Let's see if I've got one in stock. There's his tail. So if that's 35, even if they're 40, there's another £75 there. And obviously there's all this lot, so I'll just smarten this up so you can see things better. As I said earlier, those figures there, based on average prices, will cover what I paid for this lot. Got a couple of roses there. We've got all these bits and pieces left still. Quite a few cities in here. Still a few Star Wars that are, you know, a bit disassembled. We've got Harry Potter there. Ninjago. And then we've got some castle figures. So these are from the castle sets. A couple more Ninjago. A couple of superheroes. And then the Star Wars stuff. So, a couple of good ones. Obviously, Phasma, 20-25 quid off the top of my head. Jango Fett. Just need an antenna for him, which I'm sure will be here somewhere, or I've got one. He's another 25 quid. So yeah, there's plenty of profit here when you start to really look into it. So just off Jango and Phasma, 50, Dragon 35, Ghostbusters 40, and then obviously there's everything else, so you can really start to appreciate the value here. And there's loads of helmets knocking around for the Star Wars guys. You know, hair pieces and stuff for the castle guy there. Helmets for the castle guys. So it doesn't look like there's going to be loads that's missing. So yeah, it's very pleasing. And then out of the stuff that I picked out earlier, it's a nice horse. Unfortunately, that clip on the boardings broke, but it's still got value. Some of the complete ones, well, that seemed to be complete, that I found earlier. Across a variety of themes. But again, it's all predominantly Star Wars and castle stuff. Sharp there. And then as you can see, you know, that's always nice. And there's just lots of bits and pieces and it'll all add up. Yeah, even the instruction booklets that I showed earlier, the Ghostbuster one, that's £4 or £5 on its own. I'm not sure about the value of the throne room ones, but I'll certainly be checking it. So I think now we'll move on to starting to make a brick store file and getting it all in one place so that we can start to see a value coming together. So I've started the brick store file. Obviously I've started with these guys, just checked them all. Obviously it was missing a cape, so I've just pulled that off another figure for now. The binoculars were missing from there, so I'd already seen some of them, so I grabbed them. But the condition of these figures is absolutely, fantastic. They're just in such good condition. They're clearly not been played with, they're not dusty, there's no teeth marks. They just look like they've come straight out of set and just been stored, which is weird because I do believe it was a kids collection. But yeah, the condition of everything is just so good. So obviously that weren't a figure. Look, they're all still there. I've added those figures, so as you can see I'm doing it at 6 months average. I will check these just to make sure, because obviously some of these are going to be ridiculously expensive, and I want to price them to sell. I don't want to price them so they're sat there for ages, but I also don't want to shoot myself in the foot and underprice them. So that gives us a total slightly less than what I said earlier, 206. So we're looking at 37 for Jabba, just under 36, just under 40, 3.5, 17, 57, 80. See, I don't think that sounds right, that. I thought that would have been a bit more than that. 12 and just over 2. So let's have a look. Let's go back there. Price guide. See, it's sold at 75, 70 and 68, and there's 2 available at 74.99 and 75. Brick Arena, saw that, and when we're seeing him put that on one of his vlogs a few weeks back. So yeah, so it's realistically, it wants to be at least around the 70 mark. And what did Brick Store have it at? 57, so yeah, that's quite a way off on that one. So for now, what I'm going to do, keyboard's not working. So I'm doing wrong one. So that now puts that total up in that corner to 218. But like I say, with these ones, I'm going to check them just to make sure I'm happy with them. So I've checked them. Jabber has gone up a couple of pence. Looks like we're 37 something. That one I've not changed. That one I've not changed. That one I've not changed. That one I have. That got it at 17. So at 21, it's still the cheapest on Bricklink in the UK. That one I've moved up to, Boosh, I've moved up to 73, which is still the cheapest in UK. That one I've moved to 13.50, which is only a small increase. It was 12 something. Still cheapest in UK. And then Chewbacca I've not touched. So 3 of those will be, as in those 3 will be the cheapest in the UK. And the rest are more than competitive. So that gives a total for those figures almost £227. So I'm already in profit just off those. Right, just a further update. We've now got 30 items in 29 lots. So there's 2 of the Santa Django Fettes. So they're all done, all checked, all in really nice, good clean condition, no damage. Antenna's missing for Django Fett. I haven't got one in stock, so I need to do some rummaging and find one. And then I need a black cape, because obviously I stole it earlier off him for him. And the other figure that had one needed it. So I just need a normal standard cape, so I'm pretty certain I got one of them. So as I said, 29 items in 30 lots. And we sat at £425 just for these bits. So it's insane really, when I can see what I've got left as well. What I'll do is I'll just spin around and show you what else we've got left. So obviously there's still lots of bits and pieces. Still a few Star Wars ones, a few that are complete still. The castle ones, I've not touched them yet. So yeah, there's still a few that can go straight on. We're just trying to work on the Star Wars stuff first, but I might move and just move on to other themes. So any that are complete, just to get them out of the way, so there's less stuff on here for rummaging. He's on already, he's on the file. It's just not this one, that one. This one's just weirdly dirty, which is odd when I've been saying about how clean everything is. So yeah, so I just need to clean him up, and then he can get added to that file as well, providing he cleans up nice. So yeah, I think I'm going to work on a few of these other themes now. Anything that looks complete, chuck it on desk and get it uploaded, and then it's out of the way, because there's nothing worse than having if you're looking for one head or one headgear and you've just got loads of stuff in the way that doesn't need to be there. So yeah, plenty to be doing. Right, just to update it, and also so I've got the reference for it. 53 lots, 62 items, coming in at £555, 86p, and that's literally, that's the Star Wars pile. Those castle figures, and then those polybags and those pink Duplo bricks have been done, and that's what gives you £555. Django's there because I need that antenna, and then I've organised it a bit to make it easier, so I've still got quite a bit of Star Wars stuff here, some castle accessories, bit of a mix of figures that are pretty much complete, although his legs were damaged, so I need to see if I can find some of them. A few bits of droids, see what I can put together. Animals, and then obviously headgears and hairs back there. And then we've still got a mixture of bodies, parts, and some city type figs that may be complete. A few spare legs, obviously all the heads. That's just bits of Lego that were in here mixed in. That's what's left on my tray, just a few more bits. Still got that as well. Still got the dragon to do, still got the Ghostbusters to do. So I'm at 555. There's 75, 80s worth there. I've got Django, which should take it, you know, above 100. So there's still a good few hundred just here on this table. So I wouldn't like to guess, but maybe around £800 by the time it's done off the minifigure stuff. But I don't know, there might be some more hidden gems that I've not spotted yet, so we'll keep going and see where we end up. Oh, and so far, that's the only damaged stuff that's come out. And because that blue arm was damaged, that was also on the alien, I had to take a blue arm out of my stock. So I've had a blue arm and a black cape, although the black cape I was missing. I think that's the one that I was missing. So probably just as well that I found another one. So yeah, I'll update further when I've done some more. So I've started another file. As you can see, there's some basic city figs, etc. in there. A few cheemers. Obviously the castle stuff down at the bottom from yesterday. So we're now up to 48 items in 44 lots, well, £100 worth of stock. That's on top of the one from yesterday, which were £555. As you can see, it's just a lot of city and Ninjago stuff, some Star Wars droids, Shima, all kind of Batman, a bit more Ninjago, Harry Potter, and then some more Star Wars at the top there. So then what we've got left now is obviously some random parts, etc. Still got that new thing there, still got the dragon, the Ghostbusters to do. Yeah, the pile's just getting smaller. Still got the animals there that need doing. Still a bit of Star Wars stuff, and then the accessories and weapons. The damage pile has grown a little bit there. Obviously if I'm missing an arm, I'm going to take it out of my own inventory so that I can obviously complete a figure, trying not to add too much to it so that it doesn't affect the value. So obviously, for example, I don't know, if that torso, if I had the rest of the stuff in my own store to complete it, and I did that, it's not giving a true reflection. So my intention is to complete as many as I can, just using maybe arms and hands, and then obviously list those, and then anything that's left over, i.e. torsos, legs or heads, just list those individually rather than trying to complete the figures. So yeah, that's where it's at. Oh, we've still got Django as well, obviously, because I still haven't found an antenna. So it's definitely getting down. So we'll update again when we've done some more. We're now up to another 125, again on top of that 555. Managed to do a couple more Star Wars there at the bottom. It's just mainly been city stuff, all low value stuff, but it's getting it uploaded, the complete figures, the good condition, the new lots for the store. And it's clearing the desk off on the table, whatever you want to call it. So now I'm just working on this dragon. So I've had to take these parts out of stock because it's a lot quicker than rummaging through the 17 odd kilo that this lot came in to try and find these parts. I am, however, missing, still missing one of them for that. So I'll have to try and find that from somewhere at some point. And then these black horns, there's two missing that go on there on the wing, one on each wing. So it's only two pieces missing. And then I'm pretty much done with the minifigures. I just need to have a final check to see if I can build any more of these guys up. Mainly these that I need to check the Star Wars. Definitely can't do them. I've not got the stuff here for them. And like I said, I don't really want to touch stuff in my store. I still need to do the animals and obviously all the weapons, so I'm probably going to close that file off and then look at maybe doing one for all the weapons and accessories and the animals, get that lot out of the way. Like I said, the dragon will not be complete, Django's still not complete, Ghostbusters still need doing over there, so I need to get them out and check them. So it's still going up slowly, and the desk is getting clearer. So I've gone against what I said. Because I took some parts out of stock for the dragon to try and get that complete, I've also checked my stock for these guys. So legs and legs have all come out of stock. And beard was just, it wasn't in my store, but it was just in my pile of, in my drawer with beards and neck pieces. He's been cleaned, and then those guys I've managed to build with everything that was already here. This pile is all definitely parts, I can't complete them. Obviously I've still got the other bits and pieces to deal with. I've started organising the accessories, etc. a little bit, just for when I get to them, it's going to be a bit more desk room. So yeah, quite a few more to go on now there. I'm going to have a quick look through this, see if there's anything there that I can build. If there isn't, then that'll be it for building. Everything else just needs to get uploaded as parts. Managed to make up a few more basic city figs. And this is what I've got left. What I've done in the end is I've searched every head that I had to see if I could build the figure, and that's how managed to build the ones I've just shown you, and all these I can't, so that's all going to get uploaded for parts. They're the torsos and the legs. For some reason, these 4 torsos run those 4 legs, but they're a complete mismatch, so I haven't actually got any of the torsos that go with them or any of the legs that go with them. So that's the legs, obviously torsos, a few hairs, rest of the headgear there, obviously droid parts, still need to do animals, lots of scrap, and then there's those bits and pieces. As I said, I've already started sorting the accessories. Just going to throw these in here and go through one category at a time when I come to do it. So I'll add those last few on, show you the total of that file, and then it's just going to be animals and parts basically. I started off by putting the Ghostbusters instructions on, and I decided that I'd also have a look at a few of the others. In the end, I've basically ended up doing them all, except for any that are damaged or are just really tiny and I just think are pointless. So we've ended up with 45 items in 44 lots, because one of them I've got twice, for a total of £41. And I know some of them were sat there for a long time, as they always are with instructions, but I just thought, why not? They're in decent condition, it's more lots to the store. So the Ghostbusters one came in a little bit less than that. I've increased that because I don't think there's any available, I can't remember. Well, there might be one, and it might be a lot more expensive. And then Jabba's Palace came in at about 4.5, and I've increased that to 6 because that's what's available in the UK, and that cheapest one there at £2.95 is only one of the books. The second book is missing. I think the 15 one's a bit ambitious, looking at what they've sold at, so I've increased that to £6, and the rest I've just left as they are. So, you know, you can see some of the stuff down at the bottom there, it's not worth it, but I've done it, I've got space for them. They're the ones that I've not bothered with because they're either damaged or I just don't think are worth it. And they're my 2 tubs that I store them in, so they're nice and full. Next up, animals. Surprising amount of value just for these bits. As you can see, they're all there. So it's 19 items in 11 lots, and it's £38. Obviously I've put that horse board in, it's got a broken clip at the top line there, but it's still coming in at only £12. The 2 black horses, decent value, so that surprised me how much there is there. First lot of accessories now done, as you can see. These are the only ones we've got in stock, so all that lot is new lots to the store. It gives us a grand total of 66 items in 40 lots at £28. The money is really the shields, there and there. That's decent. The visor, more shields there. Last lot of accessories are now done. Just need to locate them and put them away. Nothing special, but we've got 67 items in 27 lots for just under £18. So minifigure parts next. Finally done the 2 Duplo bricks. and then the hares, legs, one random cape, and that's it. So nothing big there, but another £24.62, 35 items in 30 lots. So now that's all that is left, other than those bags that had new parts in. I'm not going to do the hands and arms, I'm going to keep them because they always come in handy. The rest of it will be going on. Might look at seeing if I've got bits to complete these two in stock, but the other bits will go into the store. That's about it. Head gears are now done. There's not many, but I'm just doing one at a time, as in like one type of item. So there's another £8.5 there, 37 items. Torsos and heads left. Last few torsos now done. As you can see, there's nothing special there. There's only 22 items in 18 lots, grand total of £7.92. But it all counts, so just the heads and a few other little bits left and then it's done. Last few heads done. There was only 12 in 12 lots, 12 items in 12 lots, £5.75. So now, that's all that's left. A little bit there, scrap, so they're damaged. As I said, I'm not listing them, I'll just keep them for spares. Still got those couple of droid bits. Obviously those bits, and then them new bits. So I could still look at uploading them. Managed to find the clip that we're missing for that. So he's just missing two more of these. One for each wing. And obviously still need antenna for him. So yeah, pretty much there now. Just got to decide what I'm doing with these bits and then we'll wrap it up. So I've now put the hands and arms into my spares for any future minifigures that might need them. The scrap's gone into my scrap pile. I've put the droids into my droids drawer as well so that I can complete them at a future date. So I'm not adding those to the value. This little pile needs to go back in with a 17.5 kilos. I need to weigh that and then get a value on that. So in the meantime, what I'm doing is I'm just going to put a value of £10 on these new pieces because I need to get this video done and stop with this lot and move on to other stuff. Valuing the dragon at 40, Django Fett at 35. On eBay, this sold listings for the Ghostbuster minifigure stand, so I just need to get that curved printed Ghostbuster logo back out of stock, put that with that, and that'll be worth around £10. Believe it or not, boxes do sell on eBay for certain sets. However, I'm not selling this because there is a few dints in it. You probably can't see it. Oh, you can see that one quite well. And I'm not sure if I've got this box. I bought this set a few years ago used, but I can't remember if I got the box. I don't think I did. So until I know if I did or not, I'm going to hang on to that. That one I'm just going to put in the recycling. So value of 10, 40, 35 and 10. So that's another £95 going on the total. So I just need to weigh the loose Lego and see if it is 17.5 kilos. And then I'll give you a total. So this is the first bag of the loose stuff. So I'll put that container on there on the scales to keep it obviously contained. So we're just going to clear that off. So we've got 5,400 grams, so that's obviously 5.4 kilo. Wrong one, that one. Won't change while it's on, apparently. So 5.4 kilo for the first bag. Got the second bag. You can easily tell it's not 17 kilo. So we've got 5.4 again. So we've got 10.8, so just under 11 kilos. So I'm guessing when it was weighed with all the instructions and possibly even in the boxes. But it is what it is. I've got no issues with that, not with the amount that's coming back off the minifigures. Finally got these completed. One antenna and the two black horn things for his wings, so they're good to go and will be listed now. This is the end of the video now. This is when I give you the figures, the total that you're all wanting to know. What was obviously the grand total of everything that you've seen throughout this video. You know I spent £200 on it, so here we go. So far I've uploaded £965, 67 pence worth of items into Bricklink and Brick Owl. There's the Dragon and Django Fett, totaling 75, which you've just seen, which I still need to add into stock. There was that Ghostbusters stand, which will eventually go on eBay. Those bags of new parts are valued at £10. And then the 10.8 kilo is in really good condition, so I've valued that at £8 a kilo. Now obviously I know if I put that onto Bricklink it'll be worth a lot more than £8 per kilo, but I just wanted to be fair, and obviously I haven't got time to put it all in and work it all out. I need to get on with uploading other stuff. So the grand total on the £200 layout is £1,140.67, which is absolutely amazing. Now, I don't want anyone to be watching this video thinking it's easy to go out and buy a Lego and make a massive profit like that, because it certainly isn't. These sort of finds don't come very often. You're lucky if you get one or two a year. But when they do come, they're amazing and they are fun to work with. And I just wanted to share that with you. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and maybe learned something, found it interesting. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.